What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I'm back here with another NCAA Football 14 UAB Blazers Dynasty. And today, we are at game number 2, and today our conference opponent is from the American Conference. And today, their opponent is University of Central Florida. And if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you guys drop a like. If you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button down below. And like I said about these videos before, that they are kind of like... I don't know what you want to call it. The audio got kind of messed up in some of these videos, so I had to cut some of the live audio out. So you're seeing post recording of it right here, right now. So as we're gonna take a look here, our offense is really good. 73 points last game. One of the best offensive performances we've had. 636 yards of total offense last game. Just an amazing stat line. And Kirk Herbstreit, if you won't see it, behind me, Kirk Herbstreit does have us winning, of course. Our defense is supposed to be really good this year too. Our team seems to be getting better. It seems like, even though we've been a 99 overall every year since year 8 or 9. I can't remember which, but we've been a 99 overall forever. So look at that total defense too. They gave up 600 yards of total defense last time, so that's not really a surprise considering they played USC. But if you're South Florida, if you could say this, if you're facing the number 1 and number 2 teams in the country back-to-back weeks, and you're a middle-of-the-road team like Central Florida, you could say you're tested because this team is going through a bit of a really rough patch in their schedule. And I think both of these games were on the road too, so it doesn't really help matters for South Florida at all. So I don't think we have any recruiting battles this week, but we're trying to get some of these guys to come. I know that it's early in the recruiting process, but with some of these guys, I feel like we have a very good chance of getting them to continue our legacy and to try and up our resume here at UAB. So our biggest, I don't think we have I guess our biggest hole in if you wanted to poke a hole through our team and try and find a weakness, I mean, you could say it's the special teams. We don't have that strong of a kicker. I would say his range is probably at the highest 50 yards. Our punter is pretty good too, although we don't usually need a punter for most games. So that's a thing. We maybe punt maybe 7 times a season. That's saying a lot about our team. So again, we got a lot of good recruits coming in last week. We had a lot of instant recruits, instant commits. So that's always good. I always like instant commits because it kind of helps us. Makes the recruiting process a lot easier for me. I think this time around we had the most instant commits than we've ever had. So looking through the rankings, number 4 Miami, number 5 Florida, 6 and 7. We're going through as you see the top 25. Number 9 is Georgia Tech. Number 10 Tennessee. I do not think Tennessee is worthy of being a top 25 team, but that's just me. California is also overrated at number 11. Looking at that overall ranking system, they're 79 overall, but they're number 10. It kind of baffles me a little. Air Force is up there. Syracuse is up there. I do think we play Syracuse later on this year. Oklahoma's up in there at number 19. Another notable is I think Air Force was in there too, and then we play Air Force later this year. We do also play Georgia, so we do have some good opponents this year in our schedule. But we're trying to mix it up a little bit as far as our out of conference schedule goes. Well, not out of conference because we don't play in a conference. We're trying to diversify our opponents. What I mean by that is, I don't want to play every team every year, the same team every year, I should say. Trying to diversify the schedule and trying to make sure that we get all the possible matchups we can get. A week after the season has started, we now have our first Heisman candidacy. We didn't even have a Heisman candidate last year, which kind of sucked. Wesley Thompson should have been up there, but he wasn't, which kind of saddens me because he had a really spectacular season. But Jay Harris, only as a junior, so we have him for a solid 2 years, mind you. He's a 98 overall, and we also have Brett Evans, mind you, too. He could be special. But on with this game against Central Florida. onto the field we go, and we are underway from Birmingham as we're, again, talking about Brett Evans here as he is one of those special talents that could, be a huge impact on the team. I think the type of balance that we've had on our offense this year is a lot different. We can run many different styles. Even though Jay Harris isn't that fast of a quarterback, I still feel like, he can get the yardage when you need him to on the ground. As you see, Brett Evans gain of 14 on that run. Single back formation here on 2nd and inches. We're going to show you just how powerful our run game is this year. As Brett Evans, another gain of 10 yards on that run, another first down, and continuing to plow forward. So 3rd and 2 here on the drive. We got Brett Evans in the backfield, going to go on the counter, and he's going to get just enough for the first down, but still a solid gain of 4. 6 carries, 47 yards on the drive so far. You cannot be upset by that stat line at all. So on 2nd and 7 here, we're changing the play up a little bit. Here is Harris dropping back out of the shotgun. Zings it to Derek Henderson. And he has been quite the stud so far too. He's made all the catches he needs to make for a good first down. Later on, it is 3rd and 10. Harris in the single back formation again with Evans in the backfield. As Harris trying to scan the defense a little bit. It's dropping back, looking over the middle of Thornton, but not quite enough for the first down as we're going to settle for a field goal on the drive. And this one is going to be bueno, as that is going to make it 3-0 UAB. Now let's see what Central Florida brings to the table, or South Florida brings to the table. Man, I am way off with my locations right now. South Florida in 2nd and 6. They're going to do a nice little handoff to their running back. He's making a couple of cutbacks and gets to about the 44-yard line for a 15-yard gain. But later on in the drive, empty tray formation on 3rd and 18 as the defense is getting all riled up here. Ellis dropping back, gets hit as he throws, and the ball does not go very far as he is going to get an incomplete pass, and it's going to bring us with the ball back on UAB's side. Harris changing up the formation. He sees an opportunity to make a play on 3rd and 2. And as we're trying to reel the breakdown here, we'll see, because we see a lot of we see Henderson being played pretty tight there, but we do get it underneath there to Sears, and he gets it to about midfield for another UAB first down. You only get a 5, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a first down. Harris dropping back again, scrambling to his right, throws it off to Derek Henderson, and he's going to take it down to the 1-yard line for a 36-yard completion. He just finds ways to get open, man. I'm telling you, this guy's special. Off to Brett Evans. That's an easy touchdown, and it's now 10-0. That was way too easy for anything, really. So we're gonna take our points and just move on here. And 3rd down and 3 here, as since South Florida is continuing to trying to find a gelling groove on offense. They're gonna drop back to pass with Ellis. Looks to his left, and he's gonna get caught by Henry for a first down. But only 27 total yards so far through the first quarter for South Florida. As Ellis dropping back gets another completion, and that yardage total is going to give him up to 42 yards of total offense now, as that's a 15-yard completion. And now 1st and 10 again for South Florida. They're going to hand the football off to Bonner, and he's going to get another first down. So, South Florida is starting to drive and pick it up a little bit. Later on, 2nd and 15, as they started to dig themselves a little bit of a hole. Hopefully, we could get them out of field goal range. But again, over the middle to McMillan, and he gets another first down, gain of 15. And they're looking like they're going to score a touchdown. But later on, 3rd and goal from the 2. We are not biting on that read option, as Ellis just gets taken down for a 4-yard loss. And that is going to bring up the field goal unit for South Florida. The kick is going to be on its way, and it is good. So it's 10-3. No big deal, It's only a field goal. We get the ball back with a score lead anyway. I'm not upset. We're happy with giving up a field goal. Harris dropping back, gets it off to Joe Ingram, first down on the play, 14-yard completion, and we're satisfied. Jay Harris 5 for 6, 77 yards, no touchdown yet, but expect him to get a couple touchdown passes this game because he's just that good of a quarterback. But Brett Evans is just that good of a running back too, as he's going to take this one to the house for a 41-yard touchdown run, as that puts UAB up 17-3 As, wow, Brett Evans is looking spectacular thus far. 3rd down and 8 here for South Florida. In the shotgun with 4 wideouts. Well, technically 3 and a tight end. But they're going to do a draw play as we are not falling for that. We got enough rushers there to make the stop. And it's going to be 4th down for South Florida. I don't know what that kind of play call was. I definitely would have been passing on 3rd and 8. That would have been just me. But Harris dropping back, looking over the middle. It's going to be caught by Benson. David Benson, 24-yard completion and reception down the field. As we're trying to get another touchdown before halftime. As Harris has now over 100 yards passing in the first half. Harris dropping back again. Oh, deep downfield to Todd Thomas. And Todd Thomas getting the gain of 28. This guy is special too. All right, we got a very special offense in our hands right now. It is something special to see. I'm telling you right now, this offense is amazing. So, off to Brett Evans. He's going to get another good run right there. Another touchdown for him. That's 3 touchdowns in the first half by Mr. Brett Evans. We're going to take that. We're happy with that. 3 touchdowns. We take those, man. So, another completion down here as we start the 3rd quarter up by 3 scores. As they just get enough for the first down. But later on in the drive, it's 3rd and 6 for South Florida. What do they have up their sleeves? We don't know that yet, but I have an idea. Well, I don't have an idea, but yes, I can hunch. But they're going to go deep, and it could have been intercepted if we would have got the foot down in bounds. But they're going to settle for a field goal, which I will take that. You know, defense stood up. We bend but don't break. But the better news is that is going to hit the crossbar and hit off. No good. It is going to still stay 24-3. That's good news for us. Bad news for them. So on a screen pass attempt here, we're going to get off to Brett Evans. He's got some speed on him. He's going to take this one past midfield to the 38-yard line for a gain of 20 on that screen pass. So we're happy with that. Harris, 8 of 10 so far for 149 yards. A play action pass here over the middle. It is Derek Henderson. He gets big plays. Another first down. 166 yards passing so far from Jay Harris. But look at this. We're going to do a read option. And Harris, he's slow, but he's effective. We'll take that gain of 11. I wouldn't complain. He's got some legs. He's a big dude. Kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know. When I don't like Nate Stanley a whole lot. Like, he can be really good, but he has moments where he can be really terrible. Like, the beginning of the season, he really struggled, but I guess he's kind of picked it up. I can't say that he's a Heisman candidate just yet, but he's definitely played really well. Big like Nate Stanley. Does have the arm like Nate Stanley. But, I mean, his stat line could be, we'll see about that. But we do get an interception there by Willie Dodds as 2nd and 8 is upon us here for the UAB Blazers as Harris again taking off running. And he's going to get another first down. Another gain of 11 from Jay Harris. I'm not going to complain about that. So later on in the drive, it's 3rd and 10 as Harris going to hand this one off to Evans. And Evans is trying to get past that defender, but he just can't bulldoze him through. But we do get a first down nonetheless. 21 carries, 147 yards. Just ridiculous. But later on, last play of the 3rd quarter, Harris scrambling to his right, trying to find somebody. And he's going to take it himself. Touchdown, UAB, as he just kind of falls forward and gets into the end zone. We'll take those. We take those, man. 2nd and 10. Here is Ellis. Drop it back again. This one's going to be intercepted by Henry Harrington. That was not a very good pass at all, as that one's going to end up being a pick 6. As now it is 45-3. This one's getting ugly and like fast. So much for that game. So much for this one staying in a relatively good, a fair score game or whatever. This game has no competition in it whatsoever. But it's still 45-3. Ellis in the shotgun. He has Washington motioning to the left as we have, I don't know if they're going to turn the ball over or not again. We'll see. Ellis dropping back to pass. Has some time, but he throws another one right into Henry Harrington's face, and he picks it off once again as this one is getting super, super ugly. 3rd and 3 here as just under 5 minutes to go here. Harris going to take off running, and he is going to get himself another first down. We have almost 200 yards rushing as an offense so far. 1st and 10 here for the Blazers as Harris drops back to pass. Downfield, looks over the middle. It's Henderson. Henderson down inside the 5 Man, he's been looking good. 4 catches, 93 yards on the day so far, as now it is 1st and goal. You know who we're going to try and get the ball to. We're going to try and get the ball to Mr. Ingram. And he gets himself in the end zone for a touchdown. It is now 52-3. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, I'm telling you. It's brutal out here. It ain't easy out in these Birmingham streets, you know, if you're an opponent for the Blazers. It's not. So, 3rd and 14. Ellis trying to find somebody, but he doesn't have enough time, and he takes the sack. We end up getting the ball once again. And, you know, we kind of are stat padding here, but, you know, that has been kind of my mentality. But Henderson, again, continuing to prove that he is just a beast. 22 yards on that reception. So, another one, 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. And think about it, the 8. Harris dropping back, looks over the middle, but he gets it overthrown right there. But that's okay. You know, I mean, he's kind of expected to miss a few passes every now and then. But later on, 3rd and goal, Todd Thomas, that's a touchdown. And this game's pretty much over. So, this one got ugly fast. Brett Evans, player of the game, 21 carries, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. A spectacular performance nonetheless. And ladies and gentlemen, we cruise to 2-0. And next week, let me see who we play. Who do we play next game? Next week, we take on Air Force. And they're ranked as well. So we should have our first ranked game of the season, as that is going to be a nice, good... depending on how the Air Force's offensive play style is and how well our defense responds, it could be a good game. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like. If you're new to the channel at all, subscribe for more content. Until next time, my name is Sim with Vengeance. You guys have been amazing as always. Peace out.